Okay, right now we're working on finding the vertex. We're going to use our calculator to do this one. Now here is our quadratic function here. We've got h of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 8. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my calculator and I'm going to go right to the y equals screen right here. So it should look like that. I have a formula already in there, so I'm going to clear that one out. I don't need that one. Now I'm going to type in that formula. So I'm going to go x squared plus 2x plus 2x minus 8. I've got that one in there. I'm going to hit graph and we'll see what the graph looks like. Hopefully it'll be on the screen. And it is. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just find the vertex. So we're going to go to second trace is the two buttons that I'm going to use here. I go second trace, and that gives me calculate. And I need to determine whether this one is a minimum or a maximum. I don't remember, so I got to go back to the graph. If I look right here, the graph goes down in this direction and then back up. So this would be a minimum point right here. So I'm going to go back to second trace, and now I'm looking for option number 3, which is my minimum point. Okay, I scroll down. You can just type in 3 if you want. Now I hit enter, and it's going to say left bound. That means I need to be at least on the left side, on this side of the lowest point. So I'm just going to scroll over. It doesn't really matter where. Right here's my cursor. I'm definitely on the left-hand side at this point, so I hit enter. Now it says go to the right side. Now I got to scroll over in this direction. I need to have some point on this side. It doesn't really matter which one. You hit enter, and it says, would you like to guess? And you say, of course, we'd love to guess. Then it pops up here, and it says our minimum point is -1, -9. -1.000000, and then -9. So your vertex on this one would be -1, -9. Okay, that's your lowest point. Now it can also ask us where our horizontal intercept is. Excuse me. Our horizontal intercept is right here on this x-axis that goes straight across. And on the x-axis, that's where y equals 0. So the horizontal line where it crosses is actually y equals 0. So now what I can do is I can go back to my y equals function here. And I've got my first equation already written in there. I'm going to write in a second equation. And that second equation is going to be y equals 0. Just type in 0. I hit graph, and it graphed this one already, and then it came across and graphed this one. You can't see it because it's right on the y-axis, or it's right on the x-axis. Now what we want to do is we're going to use that second trace button again. Second trace. Now this time we want to find the intersect. We're going to find out where these 2 points intersect. I'm going to go back to the graph just for a moment. What I'm looking for is this intersection point right here, and then this intersection point right over here. Okay, so I'm going to second trace intersect. That's option number 5. I'll scroll down. I'll hit enter. Okay, now it says the first curve, and so what I like to try to do on this one, you want to get close. I know my intersection is going to be right here, so I want to make sure that this point that's blinking is pretty close to it. That's close enough. I'll hit that one, and then it automatically jumps to the other equation that we have entered in here, which is on this x-axis y equals 0. And notice how that one's blinking almost right next to that intersection, so I like that. So I'm going to hit enter, and then it says, would you like to guess? And I say, you bet. So this gives me my horizontal intersection of x equals -4 and y equals 0. So I'll write that down. Horizontal intercept is -4, 0. Now on this one there's going to be 2. We found the first one. Now we need to do the same process for the second one. So again I'm going to go second trace. 5 is my option. That's my intersect. It automatically put me right back here because that's where I was, but I want to get a lot closer to this side now. I want to get really close to where this intersection is going to happen, and now I'm blinking right here, so that's good. I hit enter and it automatically jumps to my second equation that I have entered, my y equals 0, which is great. Hit enter and it says guess, and you say you bet. The intersection on this one, x equals 2, y equals 0. So my second horizontal intercept is 2, 0. So my two interceptions are -4, 0 and 2, 0. And my vertex, which is my absolute minimum here, is -1, -9.